Hey, it's Dr. Keith Kelly from Online Business Logic, and today we're going to be speaking about profiting from your passion. Now, I've got a recent article from Richard Branson, and he's going to be discussing the 5 secrets to business success. And basically, he says the celebrated entrepreneur and founder of the Virgin Group offers his tips for starting out. I'm often asked if I've found a secret or at least a consistent answer to successfully building businesses over my career. So I spent some time thinking about what characterizes so many of Virgin's successful ventures and, importantly, what went wrong. And where we did it, not get it right, reflecting across 40 years, I've come up with 5 secrets. So, number 1, enjoy what you are doing. Because starting a business is huge and it's a huge amount of hard work, requiring a great deal of time. You'd better enjoy it. And when I started Virgin from a basement flat in West London, I did not set out to build a business empire. I set out to create something I enjoyed that would pay the bills. There was no great plan or strategy. The name itself was thought up on the hoof. One night some friends and I were chatting over a few drinks and decided to call our group Virgin. And as we were all new to business, the name stuck, and it had certainly a ring to it. For me, building a business is all about doing something to be proud of, bringing talented people together and creating something that's going to make a real difference to other people's lives. A businesswoman or a businessman is not unlike an artist. What you have when you start a company is a blank canvas. You just have to fill it in. Just as a good artist has to get every single detail right on that canvas, a businessman or businesswoman has to get every single little thing right. And when first setting up in business, in order to succeed, however, unlike a work of art, the business is never finished. It constantly evolves. Now, if a business person sets out to make a real difference to other people's lives and achieve that, he or she will be able to pay the bills and have a successful business to boot. Now, number 2, create something that stands out. Whether you have a product or service or a brand, it is not easy to start a company and to survive and thrive in the modern world. In fact, you've got to do something radically different to make a mark today. Look at most successful businesses over the past 20 years, Microsoft, Google, or Apple. For example, they shook up a sector by doing something that hadn't ever been done, and by continually innovating, they are now among the dominant forces. Number 3, create something that everybody who works for you is really proud of. Businesses generally consist of a group of people, and they are the biggest assets. Number 4, be a good leader. As a leader, you have to be a really good listener. You need to know your own mind, but there is no point in impressing your views on others without some debate. No one has a monopoly on good ideas or good advice. Get out there, listen to people, draw people out and learn from them. And as a leader, you've also got to be extremely good at praising people. Never openly criticize people, never lose your temper, and always lavish praise on your colleagues for a job well done. People flourish if they're praised. Usually, they don't need to be told when they've done something wrong, because most of the time they know it. And if somebody is not working out, don't automatically throw him or her out of the company. A company should genuinely be a family, to see if there's maybe another job within the company that suits them better. And on most occasions, you'll find something for every single kind of personality. Number 5, be visible. A good leader does not get stuck behind a desk. I've never worked in an office. I've always worked from home. But I get out and about, meeting people. It seems I'm traveling all the time. But I always have a notebook in my back pocket to jot down questions, concerns, or good ideas. If I'm on a Virgin Atlantic plane, I make certain to get out and meet all the staff and many of the passengers. And if you meet a group of Virgin Atlantic crew members, you're going to have at least 10 suggestions or ideas. And if I don't write them down, I may remember only one the next day. By writing them down, I remember all 10. Get out and shake hands with all the passengers on the plane. And again, there are going to be people who had a problem or have a suggestion. Write it down. Make sure that you get their names, get their email addresses, and make sure the next day that you respond to them. Of course, I try to make sure that we appoint managing directors who have the same philosophy. That way, we can run a large group of companies in the same way. A small business owner runs a family business, keeping it responsive and friendly. When you're building a business from scratch, the key word for many years is survival. It's tough survival. It's really tough to survive. And in the beginning, you haven't got the time or energy to worry about saving the world. You've just got to fight to make sure you can look after your bank manager and be able to pay the bills. And literally, your full concentration has to be on surviving. Obviously, if you don't survive, just remember that most businesses fail, and the best lessons are usually learned from failure. You must not get too dispirited. Just get back up and try again. So, I hope you enjoyed this little chat. This is a little chat that Richard Branson had. He gave some great ideas on how to start a business. And if you want to find out more, you can go to Richard Branson. It's www.virgin.com/Richard/Branson. And this is Keith, Dr. Keith Kelly from onlinebusinesslogic.com.